Hey everyone, and welcome to Talking Horses with Marie. This is now my third or fourth podcast, and I just want to invite you along the journey that I'm taking with horses, with brain science, with where I've been, what I've been doing, and why I'm really, really passionate about this. So come along the journey. So when I first started teaching, I would find that a lot of students would come in and still be quite hyper from either being in the city or being in the town. They would have things on their mind. So I thought, what can I do to help my students become better at understanding horses, better at understanding themselves, so that they could be safe every time that they got into the saddle, or as safe as they possibly could. So what I came up with was being able to access our inner calm state, sort of like homeostasis, um, every time you're around horses. Now, we all know that horses have this amazing ability to help us be more calm, help us be more relaxed. They can also help us feel the feelings that we may not want to feel and that we push deep down inside. And so they're literally a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So if we approach horses in an angry, frustrated manner, then we can expect that they're going to pick up on that. They're very in tune with electrical energy. They're very in tune with magnetic energy. Their hearing is exceptional, and they can hear our heartbeat. So if our heart rate increases, they can actually feel that. So there's a big storm going on at the moment. It's very, very dry, and there's an electrical storm happening at the moment. So I'm really aware that my heart is beating fairly fast and that I'm a little jittery, and right now would not be a good time to be working with horses up close, because it's closer to getting an injury than on a regular day that's not stinking hot, that's not having an electrical storm. And it's not about winning or failing at anything. It's about choosing the right time and getting yourself into the correct mindset before you even go near horses. So the daily churn, if you own a horse, is going and feeding them, spending a little bit of time with them, and then that's it. Or then riding and, making that one visit you do a week with the horses count. But, there's 24 hours in every day, and you don't know if your horse has just kicked another horse, if your horse has been kicked, if they've gone and gotten their foot stuck in a fence. You don't know what you don't know. So I find it really important to take that step back and really see the horse that you've got today, because it will be different from the horse that you had yesterday and different from the horse that you had the day before, because things happen. And we have to be really mindful of that and mindful of how we approach the training that then we do with the horse. So you may be thinking, look, that's all well and good for you to say, Marie, you're really calm. And well, in actual fact, I have ADHD, and I'm probably one of the most hyperactive people that I know. And I've been on a really big learning journey ever since my early 20s, working in research of how to calm the brainwaves and how to change our brainwaves. And I stumbled across it, 20 years ago, testing equipment with an EEG cap on my head and being able to access alpha brainwave state, which is our, relaxed, calm state. So with all of that in mind, I went on a journey of, well, how do I teach this to the general public? And a really close friend of mine actually found some neurotech, which is brilliant, which I use in my school. And over time, it's actually taught my students how to access that calm state no matter what's going on. And as I said, there's an electrical storm going on out here. And although I felt jittery, I've now taken a few really deep breaths in, and I've checked in with my body. And now I'm actually a lot calmer than what I was, say, 15 minutes ago when I first started to record. It's the same with anything. You're going into a really stressful meeting, or a meeting that's causing you quite a lot of anxiety. The way I got over my fear of public speaking was to acknowledge that actually that meant a lot to me, that meeting. So I thanked my body for telling me that that was a really important meeting to me. And then from that then came taking in really deep breaths, getting a bit more oxygen around, reducing my brain waves from being really really active and like go 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 go, to just feeling that and then walking into the room with confidence, with a sense of belonging. And we can all access that. And the reason that I'm so passionate with combining all of this that I've learned with horses is that horses are then the mirror, are then the window to what's going on inside of you. And it's the truth and it's authenticity. And the more authentic you can be with yourself, the more you can change what's going on, what's showing up in your life. As I've said in previous videos, no stranger to adversity. But it's not the adversity that's the problem. It's how I respond to the adversity that really counts. So if a horse spooks, I don't then spook with the horse and let my blood pressure increase and continue to increase for the next 20 or 30 minutes while my body processes the adrenaline and cortisol that has increased in my body. It's more of a heart rate blip and then back down to a regular operating level that I operate at. And it's magnificent to be able to share that with the horses, because they start to show up in such a different way. And you can calm anxious, nervous horses with your own energy that is calm and relaxed, and they can then resource out to you. So for people that really struggle with this, it's really important that we practice it. You know, our brain is like a muscle, and the more we focus on the positive and the more we take time out, the better off we're going to be in life in general. And we'll start to see that adversities that come our way aren't such a big mountain because of the way that we're approaching it. We're approaching it in a problem-solving manner rather than going down that spiral of, oh, my horse hates me, oh, the world hates me. And the depression that then kicks in from that is immense. So I have traveled a lot in my 20s and 30s in that really, I was really in the infancy stage of my journey with horses. So being able to show up at different barns like an open book and just absorbing all of the knowledge that these masters that I visited had was magnificent. When I went to teach in Switzerland, I just went with an open mind and showed up at a show jumping barn and said, hey, I'm a dressage instructor. Do you guys want to work on some of your dressage or groundwork? And they welcomed me with open arms. And it was such a turning point in my life that I could go to a barn overseas and be absolutely, completely welcomed and make some significant changes for these people in a really short amount of time. And really, it was all about mindset. And I didn't have the I guess, the insight that I have now about what exactly it was that I was doing for them. I was literally taking nosebands off and getting them to ride with the soft hand, and getting them balanced mentally, getting them balanced physically, going through how they get their horses ready, and how they interact. And it was life changing for me to be in a foreign country where I didn't speak either language that they spoke, but still being able to convey my message and get it across. And, I was in my early 30s, late 20s, early 30s. So here I am in my mid 40s now, with a whole lot more confidence than I had, with a whole lot more experience than what I had back then. Now being able to offer that to the general public. And it really, I really love doing what I'm doing. And it's changing lives of people, and it's changing lives of horses. So the more I study, the more I know I don't know, but it also confirms what I do know and what I do hold true in my heart, and that I'm really following that. And I recently had the beautiful Sophie come for a intensive with me for 2 days, where she stayed 3 nights with us and had 2 days of solid training. So a lesson in the morning, a lesson in the evening, and a theory lesson in the middle. And just being able to share the knowledge that I have, and then her share the knowledge that she had between us, I got just as much out of that intensive as what Sophie did. And we have connected on an absolutely beautiful level. And that's always what I've wanted for my business. I want to welcome more people to come and do intensives here and spend 2 to 3 days a week, 2 weeks, learning this art of classical dressage. So I want to encourage people that if it feels right and if it feels true to you, I want you to follow that. If it's not involving kicking and pulling and hitting your horse with a whip, I want you to follow that. I want you to have faith in you. And I want to bring all of this and continue to bring it to everybody. And I literally just want to shout from the rooftops, I'm here. I'm here. Come and have an intensive. Come and spend some time here with the horses, and you will be nourished, and they will be nourished, and I will be nourished. And it's such an honor that I get to do this for a living. And no, I don't earn incredible amounts of money or anything from what I do at the moment. It all goes back into the farm. It all goes back into horses, into making their welfare and their life a priority. And I want to encourage you to try and do that too, and attempt to give your horse, or if you don't have horses, give yourself the time that you need to grow into the person that you are becoming. And contact me. If you're having issues, contact me, because it doesn't have to be that way. If you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling like it's not quite the right fit, then it's not the right fit. And I want you to start to be really authentic with yourselves. And I'm going to end it there. I had a bigger spiel that I had rolled off the tongue, but my microphone stopped working partway through a video. So I think this is where the podcast will end tonight. And I'll see you in the next podcast or in the next set of videos that I make. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate your patronage. I appreciate you supporting my business. I appreciate you supporting me. And I have immense love for my students. And if that is something that you want to feel, and if you want to feel so connected with horses, please just contact me, and we'll look at how we get you into my school. We'll look at how we how I can best serve you and your horse, or if you don't have a horse, how I can best serve you with horses, with brain training, with life coaching. Thanks for now. Bye.